Think we're on.
Hey.
Hey everybody.
Hi everybody, good
How's
morning.
How's it going? Good morning. Happy Saturday.
It's Saturday. This is our new time and day for our weekly lives.
Yep. 9 a.m. Saturday live garden chats. So glad you're here with us. Glad you can join us. It's going to be awesome. If you don't know, I'm Sean. This is Allison. We're Spoken Garden, and we do plant care for new gardeners and intermediate gardeners and talk about all sorts of great stuff.
We have a lot of fun, and this new year is so exciting for everybody, right? Everybody's like ready for a fresh start, but also like new garden projects and new plants. Yep. So we're going to be talking to you about all of that today, and hopefully building up some excitement because we're super excited for all these.
We really are, you guys. Yep. We've got some announcements. There's project updates we want to talk to you about. We're also going to go over a roundup of this week's daily videos that we put out in case you missed them, and we'll give you the numbers of those videos for the Spoken Garden dailies. And then we're gonna just end today with plant or garden chat, garden care talking, Q&A, whatever you guys want to talk about.
Yeah, that'll be a great, we thought that'd be a lot of fun. We want to be able to interact more and help out where we can. So any questions you have about plants or garden care, the expert is in. So guys, thank you, Henny. Also, just to make sure that you know, there's going to be about a 9 to 10 second delay, and so please keep that in mind as we're responding to you, and we'll see if that gets better. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully it does.
So,
and we're working on the echo, by the way. Hopefully it's a little bit better audio today. If you've been with us and watched a couple of these, we are upstairs in this large room in our house that we really don't use for much else. So it's our little studio, and it's really big and echoey, so we're working on rugs. And
we've got a new rug. Thank you, Julie, for the rug. This is really helping out. So today,
really quick, we want to say hi to Puget Sound Garden Life. Thank you for being here, and we're so happy. We hope that you are off to a great start this year so far.
Yep, totally. And let us know in the chat area if you haven't seen the message yet, if anything's blooming or growing in your garden.
That would be fun to, or any projects too.
Oh yeah, projects.
Yeah, we love to hear what other people are up to, so we can help out if we can.
Totally. So a couple of announcements for the new year. First thing is, if you've been following us, we have a new book coming out. Yay! Our first published book. And so we're really excited about it. Something that we found out, we got some news this past week.
Like a few days ago.
Yeah. So our release date on our book has been pushed back to March 2nd. It can still be pre-ordered. You can still pre-order on Amazon and different online book retailers. But the release date for all those retailers for the book is March 2nd right now.
Well, it's not a surprise, right? With COVID, things are stuck in shipping right now, and there were like 18 authors from this publisher that were affected. Yep. So a lot of the really exciting new garden books coming out are all going to be delayed about a month, probably. Yep.
So, but
possibly longer too.
Yeah, it could be depending on what's going on with the economy and things. But keeping our fingers crossed.
We're still so thankful that it's on its way, but we want to hold it in our hands.
We do. We want to show it to you.
We want to show it to you.
Go ahead.
Do you want to talk about the bonuses? Or?
You go ahead.
Okay, so we have some amazing bonuses only if you pre-order, obviously before March 2nd, which again, the new due date, or release date.
Release date.
We already have a due date. Ours just passed.
Lots of due dates.
We had lots of due dates. We have a couple new great bonuses ready for you, and we're going to be releasing these officially probably very soon.
In the next week.
Yeah.
We hope. Yeah.
Like very soon. But one of them is this awesome new spring bulb guide. It's this book of like amazing, beautiful spring planted bulbs. 21 spring planted summer flowered bulbs. So you plant them in the spring, and then they flower later that summer. Yeah, it's so fun to have that variety, and especially when you're getting excited about your spring garden about to bloom and all the tulips and daffodils, you get to start thinking about new bulbs to plant for the summer, right? And there's a whole bunch that we have never even really seen or been that familiar with yet. Yeah, we've never had them in our yard yet. But, I know they're in our carts now in different places. But. And it's fun to think about these things because it is the new year, spring is coming, these bulbs can be planted, and these bulbs are going on sale pretty much right now. There's different retailers have their different release dates and when things become available, but a lot of them are going on sale right now, so it's fun. Right, like dahlias. I mean, those are going to fly off the market. Elephant's ear. Oh gosh, I can't wait for us to grow those. Mexican shell flower. Yeah, that's another one on our list. So we're excited. This is one of our bonuses. It's 68 pages and it's free. only if you pre-order. It will be for purchase after March 2nd.
Yep. We haven't decided on a price yet, but
you don't need to worry about
that. Yeah, we'll figure all that out because, if you're going to pre-order our book, you're going to get it for free. So the other thing that we're excited about for the book is if you purchase the book, you'll be able to get access to our Dig Deeper bonus material series that'll be online for anybody that purchased the book. So, and that's basically calling out different areas of the book, subjects in those chapters of the book, to dig even deeper to help you learn even more about those topics.
And it'll be video based. There might be some audio things that we'll add eventually, but it's going to be an exclusive website section, only available to people that buy the book.
Yep. So two great bonuses when you pre-order the book. And we'll just need proof of purchase through email to let us know that you did pre-order the book, and we'll send everything off to you.
So if you're thinking about it, we'll get more info to you in the next day, in a couple days, and as we roll out that pre-order campaign.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So moving on from that.
I know.
Yeah. What do we got here?
You can tell we're excited.
Yeah.
We're gonna. You want to say this one?
Go ahead.
So we will be. Just keep an eye out either here on YouTube or on Instagram, where we'd like to do tool giveaways, supply giveaways, and we do have some things lined up coming up soon.
Yeah. So Corona tools, maybe some Dram products, and a couple other companies out there that we're getting a hold of to see what we can do for giveaways. So keep your eye out.
Okay, that's
awesome.
We love giving things away.
Giveaways are so much fun.
They are fun.
So, can we take a pause? Is there anybody else?
Everybody, since this is a brand new time and day, we're probably going to be building this up, and we're so thankful that just to be able to be here for you guys. And we were rolling these out on Wednesday afternoons, which is kind of a random time.
We picked it. We thought it was good. Who knew?
I know
it was for everybody. So
the worst probably possible time. So we thought, you know what? It's Saturday with tea and coffee.
Morning. Yep.
Why not?
Morning.
Cheers.
Yep. Cheers, guys.
I know.
Happy Saturday morning. Yeah. Coffee.
So maybe if you're just catching us a little bit later, we'll be live every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific. So we thought this would work out a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be fun. So some project updates.
Moving on. So we thought it would be fun since it is a new year, and if you're not familiar with Sean or I yet, we love garden projects.
Yep, we like to get our hands in there. We like to build things.
Yes.
We like to improve things. We've redone our whole front yard. We're starting to get into our backyard.
Yeah, we're doing the back this year. So excited.
We just finished a small tool shed, tool hideaway shed for everything that we use in the backyard. And so we're moving forward with things, and we've got we're going to close the greenhouse coming up here soon, and then we've got a terrace project, which you might have seen in one of our daily videos earlier this week. We'll reference that. Yep. I think that was what was that?
We have
I think
it was earlier this week. Yeah, we
it was episode 283.
And again, if you're just joining us or meeting us for the first time, we started a quarantine gardener series back in last March, and we've made a daily video ever since. And we just sort of were able to connect with a much larger audience and be able to interact and help out, and we're having a blast. So we did this to help you, to help people out there, anybody watching, so you could focus your energies on anything else and keep your hands and your minds busy from anything going on in the world, especially the pandemic. And so this was kind of our way of trying to do our part to help people through this time. So we know we've done that because a lot of you reached out and let us know that these videos help on a daily basis. So I know.
Thank you.
We're so thankful for that.
We want to continue to keep doing that.
We do.
So, I think that's enough for the project
that's
updates.
enough. I know, we don't want to bore you with all the projects.
Us.
I know. We want to hear from you. What are some projects? If you're watching this in the replay, which I know Puget Sound Garden Life, thank you so much for joining us, and she needed to go. So she's going to join us. She'll watch the replay, she said later. But let us know in the comments below or in the chat if you're here. What are some projects you have coming up?
Yeah, what are you up to?
So excited about?
What's going on in this new year for you? Like Allison said, what are you excited about? It's great. We want to hear details. Let us know.
Yeah, we would love to join in with your excitement. Yeah. So let us know.
Yep.
Okay, so moving on. I think that everybody loves talking about plants, right? I mean, how could you not be excited about plants? Especially you're a gardener.
We like plants. Plants are fun. Anytime of year. Yep.
So today what we want to do is highlight some brand new plants coming out this year in 2020, and these are all available from proven winners.
Yep, proven winners.
So we love proven winners.
Plants. Yep.
So we're going to highlight 3 new annuals, 3 new perennials, and 3 new shrubs, all coming that they've classified into different categories, obviously.
Yep, coming out 2021.
2021.
Yep, and they'll be available either at your local nurseries, and you can find out online if they're in your area, or you'll need to just call your nursery and see if they have those available.
Naturally, I want all the plants, right? I mean, you see these and you're like, they're beautiful, I want them all in our yard. But it's a mix of full sun needs or maybe partial shade. There's one that's kind of a shadier one, I believe. So it's kind of a mix and a range for whatever you need or you're looking for your own garden.
A lot of good plants that fit a lot of good needs. So we're gonna get into it here. So annuals first.
Let's do annuals. Yeah.
There we go.
These are so beautiful, you guys.
Oh wow.
So
look at these.
Annuals are so amazing because you can change them out every year, right? If you can go with one color scheme, fill up all your containers, and then try something totally different the following year.
Oh, and before we get into these plants, you see up there at the bottom of the screen it says provenwinners.com. To further help you find these plants, go to provenwinners.com/plants/search, and then that'll take you right where you need to go to search for the plants on the website. So we want to make that easy for you.
Yeah, definitely.
So
let's go in order here. We've got these beautiful red African daisies. Look at those.
Whoa, man.
Holy man,
yeah,
I know.
We just tried these out in our yard this year, and they did great. We're in zone 8B. We have a very temperate climate here, a lot more rain than a lot of other places in the U.S. and different parts of the world, and they did great this last summer here.
Not only did great, they're still thriving. They were supposed to be annuals, and all of ours have lived over so far, and we have 2 of them in the ground and another plant in a container.
Yeah, they look great.
They do.
Yeah, we're really surprised.
So they do consider this an annual because, again, it may not be a perennial in your climate.
Yeah, it might not be hardy where you live.
It generally does best in part sun to full sun, and that's what we've noticed with our plants is they don't want to necessarily be in bright full sun all day.
Yeah, or intense heat. If they're under intense heat, they might not do so well. They might get a little burnt, might stunt their growth a little bit. So yeah, they need a little bit of maybe partial sun, partial shade throughout a day, or full sun in the morning and then partial shade in the afternoon type of thing.
But what's cool about this new one here that they have is that they're claiming that it's more heat tolerant than other varieties. So that is really good. Yeah. So that if you're looking for an osteospermum that you do want to fill in more of a sunny area, this would probably be a great choice. And look at that color.
I was just gonna say a true daisy. Look at that. It's got the ray flowers and the disc flowers in the center.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Okay, moving on. Which is one of our new favorite.
Yeah.
Plants.
Yeah, and actually this was the elephant's ear is one of the plants in our spring planted bulb book. That's going to be a bonus for our new book coming out. Yes. So elephant's ear is beautiful. Colocasia esculenta. Now that's the genus and species. So
I love. So the cultivar is coffee cups, which how cute
I like
is
it
that?
already.
I know.
Anything with coffee, let's just get it.
It's due to the dramatically cupped foliage, it says, and it has mocha colored accents. I don't know if you can tell in that picture.
Yeah, you kind of can up on the top leaves up there. It's got that shiny that's beautiful.
If you go to the website and type and just search for coffee cups elephant's ear, you'll see that there are some other pictures, and they do have kind of like a brown accent on the leaves. They're really cute.
And if you're not looking for an elephant's ear that looks or grows this way, you can also just type in elephant's ear in the search bar, and they might have a lot more variety for you to choose from.
They do.
Yeah. So try that out if you're looking for just general elephant's ear.
What's cool about, and this is the last thing we'll say, one of the themes predicted this year for gardening is tropical, filling your garden with tropical looking plants and foliage that kind of remind you of being on vacation, right? Because we're all still at home pretty much. Yeah. So this would be a good choice for
totally. That. Yeah, and we covered this this last Wednesday on our DIY episode 178 podcast episode, and it's available anywhere you listen to podcasts. And so if you want to hear more about this new trend and get some really good ideas for other tropical plants to bring into your non-tropical garden, that podcast episode lists some ideas for plants, and then the podcast episode webpage, has a lot more ideas. So just wanted to plug that real quick.
Really cool. So the last one here, we'll kind of get going a little faster here. We've got this beautiful purple Mexican petunia.
Ooh, yeah, look at that.
Machu Morado? Is that what I'm reading that
Morado.
Right?
Yep.
So, if you love purple like we do, this would be a great option for an annual.
Yeah, and you can tell that's definitely a Petunia flower, but the leaves look just a little bit different than any like the regular petunias you might see that you've seen so far for like ray petunias or whatnot out in the industry and different nurseries. So it's definitely got some new characteristics. It's
That's
definitely
gorgeous.
unique. Yeah.
Let's move on to perennials.
On to perennials.
Because there are so many more annuals on their website, you guys.
Okay, perennials.
Okay, let's
2021.
just take a look at
I
all
like
these.
the first one, Miss Piggy.
Really, basically, we're adding all of these
That's
to our
awesome.
garden, by the way,
I
Sean.
love that.
All of them.
Oh, okay.
We're adding all
I
of
just
them.
found out. New news. Miss Piggy, Pig Squeak, Virginia.
Oh, look at that. That is so cute.
Yeah,
It is
really
those
beautiful.
bright pink, sorry, I can't talk. Spring flowering
Yeah.
perennial. That would be,
And then that contrast with that dark green leaf, that huge round leaf. That's gorgeous.
that's gorgeous. So this is a zone hardy to 4 through 9. So if you live in anything within that zone, you should be okay.
It'll be hardy.
Yeah.
And you can see here in the picture, they've got it in a container.
Right.
So they're marketing it as a container type of plant. So that's really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So the next one, I mean, who does not love echinacea?
Oh,
I think we have 2 different cultivars of white echinacea in our garden already.
yeah, we do.
So,
Yeah.
but this one's called The Price is White. That's hilarious.
Price is right.
So
Price is
that's
White.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a hybrid, it says here, and but yeah, that white is just so, it is really bright.
It is gorgeous.
It's striking, and those center heads of those flowers are huge. Look at those; they really tower over the petals. Beautiful.
So zones 4 through 9 for this one, and it is a midsummer to late summer bloomer.
Ooh,
in
yeah.
general.
So you got some variety there of this perennial. This can bring some variety of flowering to your garden throughout a summer. It's not. It's similar to other echinacea, other coneflowers that bloom at the same time. But if you don't have any echinacea in your garden yet, you should get some.
Oh, and the white just pops.
Yep.
We have kind of some shady or darker areas in our own backyard, and we love filling it with white echinacea because it totally just pops.
Oh yeah, it adds a lot to the color schemes of our garden. Next up though, hibiscus.
Oh my gosh.
Woo, man. Yeah, we really like hibiscus.
We love this.
We've been talking about hibiscus for like the last week or so.
I know.
It's kind of popped into our
look
lives.
at that. I mean, it's gorgeous. This is the Summerific brand, or brand, I guess it would be. And the cultivar is Spinderella. I mean, how funny is that?
Yeah, beautiful plant.
Now, you guys, this is actually the only Summerific hibiscus that they sell on their website and will ship to you. And I believe it's a quart size. The rest, you have to look around at your local retailers and see if you can find them.
Yep, totally. And this, when people think of hibiscus as more of a tropical plant, because it does thrive in tropical areas like Florida, like Hawaii, and other tropics. But these plants, I mean, it's zoned for 4 through 9. I mean, this is really hardy. We could grow this in our area, and usually, well, we just don't see it a lot. It's not a very popular plant to grow in our area, but this is a very hardy plant, and so it gives you some variety in your garden, and it'll give you that tropical feel.
Totally. I mean, we're sold on this exact plant right here. The Spinderella will be added to our garden this year. It is kind of a part sun to sun, so that's a nice option.
That is really good. It's very versatile.
And look how big those flowers are. They've got to be about as big as our hand.
Yeah, they're pretty good size.
So that is an awesome option for you in perennials this year.
So moving on to shrubs.
Moving on to shrubs. What do we have? Oh, look at these.
Man, Austin. So first up, Austin Pretty Limits. That's funny. Austin City Limits.
Oh, right. Oh,
Austin
that's funny.
Pretty Limits.
I love their
Oleander.
names.
Wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. That's like a pinkish, almost not a magenta, but
Kind of looks like kind of a hot pink.
yeah, hot pink. Woo,
So
beautiful.
it blooms nonstop apparently, even in hot areas it says. So it's a full sun plant, and it's zones 8 through 11.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we could grow this in our area,
I know.
which we were surprised.
Why would
So yeah, this is really pretty. And again, that zoning, it's hardy in a lot of different areas, so that's good. So next up, funny name, Illuminati Arch, Mock Orange. Mock Orange is a beautiful plant, and we have these around our area, but not this specific one, not this specific variety or cultivar.
That is
so
gorgeous.
yeah, that is just beautiful. Now,
I hate to say this, but I'm looking at the name of the plant from here, the botanical name, and I swear I thought that said coronavirus.
Oh wow.
It does not.
It does not. It's Coronarius.
You know, if you glance at it really
species.
quick.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, I know.
that is not
it's
okay,
very close.
Don't connect that with coronavirus.
No,
It's a beautiful plant.
Coronarius, Philadelphus, Coronarius.
Wow, look at that. Okay.
Beautiful plant. Zones 4 to 7, really, really hardy. It's a great plant. Likes part sun to full sun, and yeah, I think it's very fragrant. Like a lot of mock oranges are. It has this sweet smell to it. Even if you don't even brush up against it, if you just walk by it, you'll smell this. These are very fragrant plants.
Wow. And it's a late spring, early summer bloomer.
Ooh, good.
So that's a great one we should consider too. I know, like I told you guys, I want all of these plants. It's ridiculous.
So next up we've
got the Crepe Myrtle here. It's center stage red.
Ooh,
so
pretty.
Look at that foliage.
You know,
it's so like
it reminds me of a begonia. It reminds me of a
okay,
waxy begonia with that bright red and then those dark leaves.
Wow, those leaves are amazing.
But unlike the begonia, this has lance-shaped leaves, and it's definitely a different genus and species. Lagerstromia indica.
That's cool. It's a spring through fall color interest, right? Because you're gonna have the flowers, you have the foliage. It's very dramatic looking.
Yeah, and it's a crepe myrtle, so that's pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, who knew?
I don't really know much about crepe myrtles.
Zones 7 through 9.
It's full sun.
Full sun, yeah, looking good, yeah.
Which, if any of these do you guys like? There's probably, I'm sure there's a lot of you out there like me, and probably Sean, maybe not all of them, but that just love filling, just hearing about new plants. And I mean, seeing this list, I just want to add them all.
I know, yeah. Not all plants are created equal, but they are beautiful, all of them. And if we had enough room, if we had a lot more room, we would buy all of them. We would find a way to get them because they're gorgeous, and they would add so much color and vibrancy and character to our garden.
It's the full sun needs that get us every time. We're very lacking of full sun space because we have a lot of huge fir trees surrounding our yard, or mainly our backyard. So we're always like running into problems where we want the plant, but it's not going to fit.
Or it gets full shade in the afternoon, or full shade in the morning, and then full sun in the afternoon, and it's just blaring hot underneath those trees. But the angle of the sun and how it's positioned, we've got a challenging garden, just like anybody else, and so but it's really fun for the challenge to figure out what plants will fit in our garden and thrive. And so I'm sure anybody out there, any of you guys out there, feel the same way when it comes to new plants and seeing what you can add.
I know, it is fun. It's like a puzzle, right?
Yeah, it's great.
We talk about that in our book.
Look.
Want to say hi to Tracy from Zone 9B. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And we'd love to hear if you have any new projects coming up this year, or anything that is going on in your own landscape.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and if anything's blooming in your garden right now.
Oh yeah, that's our next topic. I mean, you guys, we were wondering, throwing this out to all of you, do you have anything really unusual that's in bloom right now that's normally not? Because we're noticing it kind of all over our yard. Like for example, we have candy tuft, Iberis, that is blooming all over the yard. Yeah. It's winter.
Yeah, it typically doesn't do that here in our zone, in our garden. This is a little bit unusual behavior.
Unusual. And it's not just ours. There's candy tuft in the neighborhood that is also starting to pop open, and it's a beautiful white little flower. We'll show you in a minute. I mean, it's usually a late, maybe mid to late spring, and then maybe again in the fall. So it's like, is this an early spring or a late fall? Why is it blooming? I don't know.
Depends on your perspective.
Oh, we also, can you think of anything else? Because there's a really interesting one that's in bloom right now in our yard.
Let's just throw that up.
Yeah, let's throw this up.
Yeah.
While Sean gets this slide ready, you guys, we have tulips coming up all over our yard.
Yeah, and we did a real quick video, I think it was one of our Monday short videos, on plants behaving weirdly in our garden. And that was one of them. It's like, what the heck is going on with our tulips? We never see them this early. Usually we see them about we might see them as early as late February, popping up. Not flowering yet, but popping up out of the ground.
These are good. What do you think, like 2.5 inches out of the ground?
About 2 inches, yeah. They're really popping up, and it's like, I hope we don't get a really hard freeze, because it'll knock them out.
I'm kind of worried about that too.
But you can see up on the screen here, these are the flowers. We got 6 examples of flowers that are blooming right now in our garden in winter. And it's so cool because a lot of us gardeners think that sometimes winter, oh no, everything's dormant, nothing's really growing or or blooming or anything, but that's not true.
I know.
And depending on where you live, there's different plants that do different things. But yeah, you can see up here, we've got 6 different examples of plants blooming in our garden right now.
Well, these are just a sample, right? Because there are a few other things. If you look at this, only 2 of these flowers are really unusual right now for our climate. And the one in the top right there that you see, that's the candy tuft, which, weird, why is it blooming? And in the bottom left, you see that beautiful little purple flower. That's actually our vinca. Our vining vinca is blooming.
We usually don't see that in winter. We usually see it in the fall and in the spring. We usually get 2 blooms out of it. But
isn't that bizarre?
yeah, so we've got some interesting plant behavior right now.
But the rest of the plants you see are typical for this time period. So
definitely.
we're pretty excited to see that beautiful yellow pansy in the top left there. Oh, we love pansies.
And then the hellebore in the top row center.
Got a
I mean,
lint rose.
it's ready to burst. You can see
I
those
know.
buds are just ready to explode open.
Cannot wait for that. So beautiful.
And we already talked about candy tuft on the top row, and then the vinca down below, that lower left hand. But in the center there, heather. Heather's a great winter flowering plant to have. And something to notice here is that those white blooms, that's about as open as they're going to get. They don't fully open. They stay like that. They stay like little balls, little buds of flowers like that. But that's their flower.
I love this plant. You know, this is a very immature plant. I can't wait to watch it mature and grow and get bigger because it's just such a beautiful texture, don't you think? So do you guys have heather or even heath in your yard, which... Those are so similar, right? Very similar.
And then lastly, we've got our primrose.
Oh, our primroses.
Yep, in that lower right-hand corner there. And we've got a lot of color around our garden right now, all different kinds of colors of the primrose. And they're great for winter color and winter interest in your garden.
They really are, but we're noticing a problem right now, which we usually don't have in winter. We have slug damage on our primroses.
Yep.
So we really need to get out and slug out. We forgot to do that yesterday.
Yep, sluggo works really well if you don't know. But yeah, it's been so mild here as a winter so far. We haven't had a hard freeze yet, and the slugs are out and they're doing their thing. So we gotta get out there and slug them.
It's really unusual. Slug them. It's really unusual in the winter. I mean, so unfortunately our primroses, which are normally beautiful and just like vibrant right now, they have like a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer. But you know, from year to year, you can never...
It's different.
Who knows what's going to happen.
Every year. So, cool. Well, has anybody told us what's going on in their garden yet?
Not yet, but if
Okay.
you're watching the replay, let us know what fun things are blooming in your yard right now, especially if it's an unusual blooming time for whatever plant.
Tell us down below.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments area. We really want to know what's going on in your garden right now.
We'd love to hear that.
And where you're from. If you can put that in there too, that'd be great.
So far we've got an 8B and a 9B.
Okay, cool.
So that's cool.
Okay.
That we've heard from so
Right on.
far.
Right on.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so moving on, we've talked about new plants that are coming out this year. And by the way, we forgot to mention that we'll highlight some more through the month because we've got some access to some other companies. So we want to get these in front of you. We'll probably show you some AAS winning plants coming out that may not be up on any of the websites yet for some of the plant retailers.
Oh, yeah.
So we might be able to
But
dig
we
around.
have access, being in the position we're in and who we have access to. We have access to that data right now that we can actually, that information to present to you so we can get you ready, kind of an insider's
Kind of
look.
an insider, a
So,
little exclusive look.
stay tuned for the AAS winners, and then All America Selections winners, and then some other companies out there.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're working on those still, but we'll get those to you in the lives to come.
Totally.
Yep.
Yeah, look forward to that for next Saturday.
Yep.
And project updates, we talked about a few things that we have going on, and we'd love to hear from you again about your projects. We talked about what's blooming in our yard. So what we're going to do is move on to talk about kind of a weekly roundup real quick of the videos we filmed this week, in case anybody had any questions or any comments about anything they saw.
Yeah, so this last week we had daily videos from Monday through Thursday. We didn't film yesterday on Friday because we needed a break.
We did.
But Monday, and we're gonna go in order, and I'll give you the numbers for these so you can know which daily videos to go look for if you're interested. So first one, 282. It was Monday's video, and it was a short, so they're usually under a minute, so they're really fast.
They're really fast.
So just be warned, they're fast.
I know. Have you guys watched the shorts yet? Because I mean, they're kind of a big thing, right? They're kind of TikTok style, kind of.
Yep.
Instagram Reels, you know, a little bit. It's YouTube's version.
Yep, and we try to make them fast, but useful and helpful to give you ideas or even motivation or anything like that. So that one, this last one was, we were talking about 3 ways to maximize your garden space, and we were talking about going vertical, and we talked about 3 different ways to do that. So that's a great video, a real quick one if you're looking for different ways to maximize your space.
Totally, and look for those every Monday. That's just something we do, just to kind of change it up a little bit.
Tuesday was 283, and it was upcoming landscape projects for us, and then we talked about our terrace project, basically. Not to give too much away, but watch the video and you'll see what we talk about, and we'll walk you through the whole thing. It's really fun.
That was fun.
It's the beginning of it, so go ahead.
We have filmed so many videos, I have to actually look at this because I can't remember what we did. Wednesday we took a little garden walk, just a really short one, and kind of talked about, we have this whole area in one bed called, we call it our Healing In garden. And so we talk and check in on that a little bit, and then we go into our greenhouse and look at our cuttings and do a little care for those, because we have, if you're not familiar with this, we took a whole bunch of cuttings this year, and they're all thriving and doing really well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we've had some attrition. There's been some we've lost some plants because of different environmental things, and maybe we forgot one day or two of some stuff.
I know.
But there's still a lot left.
There's still a lot left, and that's why we took so many.
Yeah. We kind of anticipated this.
Why take 2 when you can take 12 and then hope at least half of them make it, right? Which they have. So. And then Thursday, okay, we actually found a box of potatoes in our garage, and we were like, where did these come from? So they were, some of them had like 4 or 5, even 6-inch sprouts on them.
They were trying to grow stems to, they were starting to grow. They
were growing.
And these actually were potatoes that we dug up over the summer that were done, and we harvested them. They're little stew potatoes that we just took in a bag earlier in the spring and just dumped in because they were going bad. They were getting real soft, and we're like, we don't want to throw these away or compost them. Let's plant them and see what happens.
I mean,
and they shot out of the ground. So, but then we harvested what we harvested, forgot about them in a box in the garage, and then we came across them about a week ago. They're sprouting like crazy, so we planted them.
This?
And so now, big experiment. We've never planted potatoes in the winter.
So we're not sure really if it'll work or not, but it's, yeah, like Sean said, we didn't want to throw them out.
Well, why?
So we'll give it a shot. And we're by no means vegetable gardening experts or anything. That's not, we do videos occasionally, you know, with vegetable planting or whatnot, but we're plant care, flower care, garden care. That's our wheelhouse. So.
Yep. But you don't want to, we want to give the plants a chance to live. So here we go.
So yeah.
That was 285.
That was fun. That was Wednesday. No, Thursday.
That was Thursday.
And then yesterday, we usually do a Friday plant chat. Every Friday we film a plant in our yard and talk about plant care. And yesterday was going to be Lenten Rose, but we're going to bump that to next Friday.
Yep.
So if you want to learn a little more about those beautiful hellebores, if you're growing them or you've always wanted them, we're going to highlight, we have like 2 or 3 different cultivars, I think, in our yard of Lenten Rose.
At least 2 different kinds.
A couple of them we didn't keep.
Actually, probably 3, because we've got the older ones and then we've got the newer ones we planted last fall.
Yeah, one of them we planted last fall. A couple of them are
last spring. We planted them last spring.
Right, the little or the smaller,
smaller ones.
And then the bigger ones are a few seasons old, so those are gorgeous. So
tip on hellebores: they don't like to be transplanted. So once you get them in the ground, keep them there for a while. So something, otherwise they might not do so well if you transplant them too fast.
So that's kind of our video roundup, and in the future we'd love to like talk a little more about those videos with you if you had any questions or comments or suggestions, you know, for something you'd like for us to film. Maybe that's always fun.
If you want to see something specific, let us know either in the comments down below, or you can email us at seanandallison@spokengarden.com. And we'll definitely get right back to you, and we want to know if you have ideas or if you need specific help with something.
Definitely.
Okay.
Which kind of leads us to our next and kind of last little segment. We want to open this up for garden care Q&A. So we would love to be able to like help out. I know there is a question in the chat about Camellia pruning.
Oh, cool.
So if we could help, Puget Sound Garden Life has a question. We maybe we'll be able to talk to you via email, so we can kind of find out what your specific question is about Camellia pruning.
It's not specific.
Unfortunately, she had to go, but she definitely wants to talk. She needs some Camellia pruning advice.
Okay, they're a great plant to prune on, and they'll react really well to pruning. Just for anybody watching, whether it's Puget Sound Garden Life or anybody else that wants to know about general pruning for camellias, prune them after they're flowered. If they're flowering right now, don't prune them yet because you don't want to impact that process. The plant will be healthier if you prune after they're done flowering. So
that's a great general tip. So if you need, if you have a specific question about the camellia pruning, and this is for you, Puget Sound Garden Life, email us so we can if you need to send a picture or.
Yep, and that's at Sean and Allison, all one word. 2 L's for Allison.
Same as, I believe that's her name too.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool. Okay. So at Spoken Garden. So Sean and Allison at spokengarden.com. We'll get right back to you.
Yeah, and anybody else, if you have a garden care question you want to drop in the chat or in the comments, we'll get back to you. Again, this is our first live at this time in the States. So this is so new.
Yeah, this is fun though.
This is really fun. We're so thankful that some of you were able to join us live, and we hope that, you know what, we didn't even advertise this.
No, we didn't.
We kind of just threw it out there. So we'll get, we kind of wanted to do, I guess, a soft opening.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe we could call it.
Yeah.
But we'll look forward to getting more people in here hopefully by next week, and then the week after, and maybe build from there.
Oh yeah, yep. So it'll be great, and we're just again, we're glad everybody could join us today that did. And then if you're seeing the replay, let us know down below where you live, your zone, and if you got anything flowering in your garden right now,
or any projects that you're looking forward to this year.
Yep, yep.
So, but basically we'll be kind of chatting every Saturday. This will be kind of our style and our flow. We'll talk about plants, we'll talk about garden care. We love, talk about projects. So this will be a lot of fun, you guys.
Yeah, so we look forward to seeing you again next Saturday. So I guess until then, we'll see you in the garden.
We'll see you in the garden. Have a great weekend. Get out there and get outside. Hopefully it's safe and you're able to do something outside today.
Yep.
So,
Enjoy your time in your garden, guys. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.